here's another example. I'm over here at East 19th and Newport Boulevard waiting here for a long time for this light, and as I was waiting, I noticed from my periphery a person looking at me from his passenger seat, and then he rolled up the window. So how an autistic person interprets that is that, was he thinking I was a dangerous person and I was just going to go and attack him from his passenger window being open? That's my misinterpretation, I hope. I'm actually 15% sure that's what happened, but 85% I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. August 11th, 2020, I was just over at Cliff Drive Park and I was just walking around, and there's a man and his dog on the other side just standing there, and he was looking my direction, and I just continued to walk. But now every time that I was looking back, more often than not, he was just looking back at me way too many times that kind of made me uncomfortable. And as I was walking down the street, I kept on looking over my shoulder a couple of times, and like the first time, he was just standing at the spot where I was, so like he walked all the way to the spot where I was and just stood there with his dog looking down at his phone. So to an autistic brain, I'm like, are you calling the police on me because I look like an alien out in public and such? It's August 22nd, I thought I just had to get on the camera and get this out. So I'm walking around the neighborhood, I'm toward the end of the walk, and like every walk, I have to walk past several people. And there was actually 3 times in this walk where the person made a friendly gesture. They either, maybe actually 4 times, they might have like whispered hi or said hi or just gave a wave and that was it or something. And usually, again, when that happens, it just hammers me. It kind of just, my heart drops and such, because sometimes I feel that my mind could be so hard on myself, thinking that a lot of people might possibly be discriminating against me, but as soon as they smile and say hi, even at the last minute, it just makes me feel guilty. But the reason why is because in the past 21 years, I have received legitimate discrimination, and my autistic brain can't seem to differentiate between the two sometimes. And sometimes when I have to pass by a person, my brain tricking or deceiving me that they're going to discriminate, because in the past, it started just like that. I was about to approach somebody, and then they just decided to laugh or taunt or smile or make a weird noise or something like that for the past like decade plus. And so I surmise that my brain is trying to figure that out. Now, I do want to say that a few times, or at least a couple of times in this hike, there have been things such as when cars pull up to a stop sign, they kind of slow down and then they slowly pull out and then pass me. How my brain interprets that is that they're staring at me, and I can't prove it, not even to myself, and hopefully they're not, and hopefully they're just trying to get their bearings straight, but I don't know. And there have been a vehicle that was driving up next to me and then slowed down and matched my pace for like, I don't know, like 10 or 20 feet, and then just sped off, and I'm like, okay, what the heck was that? And not to mention, it was this exact spot, this exact road on July 3rd, 2021, where I was followed by a vehicle, this like grayish pickup truck right here. And I was walking like right here, and I could hear it right there. It just sat there and sat there, and when I walked this way, it inched its way that way and continued to sit there, and then it just sat at the corner while I crossed the street. And then it went, and I turned around, and that's when I saw the truck go, and the guy who was driving it was looking at me with that countenance. Not a happy countenance, but not like a frown either. I made a video about that the day it happened. You can watch it in, I'll leave a link in the card above.